Honorable Steenhuisen.
Thank you very much, House Chairperson. Thank you for your answer, Mr. President. But given the flip-flopping record of your government, sell SSA, don't sell SAA, oppose the DA's court application this morning, withdraw the opposition in the afternoon, it's hard to take these assurances seriously. The 33 billion rand loan from China Development Corporation poses a significant risk to the South African fiscus and to our citizens. And that's why during the last question session, we asked you to make a full disclosure on what the terms and conditions were of the secretive loan. After Eskom, through our PIA, initially refused to grant this request, they then gave us some information, but left out all the important information that would need to show transparency and accountability here. Now, this tactic is only all too familiar. It's precisely the secrecy and lack of transparency that provided the fertile ground for state capture to take root in South Africa. We will approach the courts if necessary, but Mr. President, in the interest of openness and transparency, in breaking the secrecy and subterfuge of the last 8 years, will you commit today to make these terms and conditions public?
Honorable
so the South African people
your time is up. Honorable President.
Now, let me say, Honorable House Chair, let me say I want to reject the notion that this loan that has been provided to Eskom is going to provide an overbearing risk in the way that you describe it on the sovereign. This loan is no different, yes, it is no different from the loan that Sanral has. It's no different from the loan that Transnet has. It's no different than the loan that all our state-owned enterprises have, including SAA as well. Because you may ooh and ah and all that, because in the end, all these happen under the broad government guarantee framework agreement. We have not entered into any special deal with the Bank of China when it comes to this. It is a straightforward vanilla type of loan that is guaranteed. That is guaranteed by the sovereign, and that's what it is. And it is no different whatsoever from all others. So I want to say very clearly to you, and there's a problem, House Chair.
Order.
There's a problem, House Chair, of honorable members, and particularly Steenhuisen, to have the ability to listen, because it does seem that he's a bit handicapped when it comes to that. He cannot listen, and even as one tries to give him an explanation, there seems to be a serious handicap. I would immediately have said maybe he needs to go for an audio testing, but maybe that is not his only problem. There is a deeper problem, which maybe we need to have some analysts to look into, because he's not listening, and maybe it's a problem of properly assimilating the information that he is given. So I think we have a problem with Honorable Steenhuisen. But I've given him the answer. Maybe overnight he'll be able to spend time and be able to assimilate properly the information that has been put before him. Thank you, Honorable House Chair.
Thank you, President. Honorable Steenhuisen, you have stood up.
Madam Speaker, Madam House Chair, I'm very glad that the President is very concerned about my health.
Is it a point of order?
Yes, it is a point of order. Because you cannot cast a
point of order, Comrade Togo. Why is he rising? On which rule? On which rule? Can you have consistency, Honorable Chair?
To quote,
don't be intimidated by anyone. Don't be intimidated by anyone.
Honorable Josie, I'm glad you have taken your seat, because indeed you raised the point of order. I said I'll come back to you, but you then also did what is wrong. Continue to express yourself. Honorable Steenhuisen stood up. On a point of order, I'm still listening to him. Can you please take your seat? Honorable Ndlozi, I asked, wait, 8. Honorable Steenhuisen, what's your point of order?
Well, to quote the Honourable Ndlozi from earlier, some rule. That's what he got away with earlier.
Okay,
But
what's some
nonetheless,
rule?
to say that it is, you know, the President, I thank him for his concern about my auditory abilities and the like. However, I don't think that it's appropriate.
Honourable Chair, please.
Can the
please.
VBS Bank looters please give me a chance
No,
to
no, you are
say
not
that
going to call
Honourable
me a VBS
Steenhuisen.
looter, you're
Honorable
racist
Steenhuisen,
young white
can you
man.
please
A
come to your
racist
point
young
of
man who
order?
was accused of rape, of bone.
Order, honorable members. Honorable members. Order, honorable members. Honorable members of the DA and the EFF. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members.
House Chairperson.
Honorable members.
House Chairperson.
Honorable Shibambo, I've listened to you.
House
Can you
Chairperson,
please
on-
ask
on
your
a point of
members?
order.
Order. Can the sergeant in
point of
arms
order.
come in? Order, honorable members.
On a point of order.
Order. Sergeant at arms, can you please come
On a point
in?
of order.
Order, honorable members. Sergeant at arms, can you please act? Honorable Kadi, Honorable Shibambo, can you please ask the members to take their seats? Yes, can you please first ask them to take their seats? Honorable Steenhuisen, as a chief whip, can you please also ask your members to take their seats? Can you please ask your members to take their seats? Honorable Shibambo, Honorable Shibambo, Honorable Shibambo, can you please ask your members too to take their seats? Honorable member, can you take your seats? Can I address you? Honorable members, can you take your seats? Including Honorable Steenhuisen.
I'm not
Can you
finished
all-
my point of order.
Can you take your
We're
seat?
not going to be intimidated
Can you
by whites
please
here.
take your seat, Honorable?
There's no white man who's going to
Honorable
be.
man.
It's not white
Order.
man.
Honorable members. Honorable members of the DA and the EFF, can you take your seats? You have disrupted one another on the point of order. I will now allow the President to respond on the question. I will talk to the chief whips of both parties. Yes, Honorable Steenhuisen, because you actually stood up and you went on and started responding to Honorable Malema. I'm now ruling. President, can you please answer the question?
Madam House Chair.
You are
Order.
not going to speak
Order.
yet. Why not? You are not going to speak
Order,
yet.
honorable members.
You are not going to speak yet. You are
Honorable
not
Chair,
going to speak.
Honorable Malema. Can you please take your seats? Can you take your seats, honorable members? I have allowed the president, I've allowed the president to respond. I've allowed the president to respond. Can you allow me to chair? Order. Take your seat, honorable. Take your seat. Honorable Steenhuisen. Yes, I hear you. Allow me to rule. Can you please allow me to rule that for now the president must respond? No. With respect, I'm also asking you to take your seat. Can you take your seat? Can you take your seat? Order, honorable members. Can the House be in order? Honorable President, can you respond? Honorable Steenhuisen, I will address you with your other point of order when the President has responded to the question. President, can you respond to the question?
Honorable House Chair, I actually had responded. Unless there is another question, I'm rather sad and taken aback by and almost handicapped by what's happening now. But I had responded, and I guess my response had been to Honorable Steenhuisen in the way that I was trying to answer him. So I'm ready for the next question, Honorable Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable President. Honorable members, can you take your seats? I ruled that I will give the President an opportunity. On Rule 67, in terms of our own rules, which is the rule of precedence of presiding officer, whenever the presiding officer addresses the House during a debate, any member then speaking or offering to speak must resume his or her seat, and the presiding officer must be heard without interruption. I tried several times to members who were raising points of order against the points of order, and you did not observe the rule. That is why at the end I had to use my discretion to actually say, I will speak to both parties' chief whips, whose members were even at the point of physical fight. In order to bring order to the House, I ruled, and I still rule, that I will now give the opportunity to the President to address the next question. You may have a problem, Honorable Steenhuisen. I will request that that matter. Honorable Steenhuisen, protection must be offered equally to all members of the House. And at the moment, I have ruled no. Honorable Steenhuisen, Rule 67 still applies. I am speaking and you shall listen.
Honorable Chair.
Honorable President, can you please answer?
Honorable Chair.
Honorable Shibambo, can you please ask
Honorable
a
Chair.
supplementary question?
Honorable Chair.
Honorable Lowama.
You did not recognize me. I have a point of order.
Honorable Shibambo, can you take your seat? What's your point of order?
Honorable House Chair, I do respect your ruling.
Yes.
But I think we cannot allow in this House for someone to say white can't speak in this House.
Honorable member.
We cannot.
Honorable member.
Listen, Honorable House Chair.
Can you finish your point of order?
Sit down.
Order.
Sit down.
Honorable.
Sit down.
Honorable Makaula. Honorable Makaula.
Never. Never point at me.
Honorable Kaula.
Never.
Honorable
Never.
Plawama.
Fuck off.
Honorable Plawama. Can you please take him out? Honorable Plawama. Honorable Wilson. Sergeant in Arms, can you please take those members out? Honorable Plawama. Honorable Plawama. Can you please, the protection services come in? Can we suspend the House for 5 minutes?
No, chaps.
Protection services.
President, the EFF Fight already outseen. No, but we can't be intimidated. No, President, they can't intimidate us. We have a democratic right to be here. No, President, I can't.
No.
The problem is that Pinky.
So, indeed, it's not acceptable, but we'll have to come back to this house because I felt if we had to continue, it was going to actually disrupt the house even worse than it happened earlier on. I hope you will agree with me. Thank you very much. Honorable Malima, what's your point of order?
No, I also want to raise my concern that I've been called here a VBS loot. And when I stand up to defend myself, now there are some people with some morality which only sees one side and do not take into consideration what transpired before we uttered the words we uttered.
That's why.
I will never, let me speak, Chair, because
I thought you
the
had
rest
done.
of other people were given an opportunity.
I thought you were done. Okay, you can finish.
I will never submit to whiteness. I don't care where it takes place. I will never subject myself to whiteness. And whiteness must be called out and be put at its rightful place and be called by its rightful name.
Can you take a seat,
And if there is a punishment for that, I'm ready to take it.
Take
I
your
will
seat,
never keep
honorable
quiet
member.
if we are threatened here by
Okay,
whiteness.
honorable member, can you please take your seat? That's exactly why, order, honorable members, that's exactly why I said the rules that I've mentioned are all the rules that in that process were actually